What's up YouTube, I'm Blake and this is my video for Apple's newest entry-level portable computer, the mid-2013 MacBook Air. I have here the 11-inch model on the right. On the left I have my mid-2012 11-inch MacBook Air. And for this video I'm going to be talking about some of the features of the new model and how it differs compared to the old model. And then I'll be doing some brief speed testing and comparing side by side. Let's get started. Probably one of the most important features on the new model is improved battery life. Apple is saying that both the 11 and 13-inch models of the MacBook Air feature an all-day battery. The 11-inch model is supposed to last up to 9 hours. I plan on doing a separate battery test video, so I'm not going to get into too much detail about the battery in this video. However, I did want to point out one quick difference that I saw immediately when I did some investigating. You can see here that the battery design capacity on the old model is 4680 milliamp hours compared to 5100 milliamp hours on the new model. And that means that Apple didn't just focus on improving efficiency of components and software to get better battery life, but they actually did include a better battery. Another important feature of the new model is the inclusion of the latest 802.11ac Wi-Fi standard, which when paired with an appropriate base station is good for up to 3 times the speed of 802.11n. And I did actually get an Airport Extreme that I haven't used yet, but I'm going to open it and do a separate video testing out the speeds between the new Airport Extreme and the new MacBook Air. So watch for that soon. Apple also included an improved microphone on the new model for people who do FaceTime or Skype. On the left-hand side, next to the headphone port, you can see there are actually 2 tiny microphone holes compared to one slightly larger microphone hole on the older model. I'll do a quick microphone example for you right now. This is a sample recording from the old model. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing. This is a sample recording from the new model. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing. Alright, most of the other important changes are on the inside, and I will be able to demonstrate some of them in the test that I'm about to do. So let me just show you the specs of both models. You can see Apple is using Intel's latest 4th generation Core processors, codename Haswell. The model I have here is a 1.3 GHz Core i5 model, which has a slower clock speed than the 1.7 GHz outgoing model that I have here, which is the 3rd generation, codename Ivy Bridge. But Apple does say that the new model is more efficient and still offers great performance, so we'll have to see. Both models have the same amount of memory and they're running at the same speed. However, I noticed the old model specifies DDR3L RAM, while the new model specifies LP DDR3 memory. I did a little bit of looking into this, and basically the LP on the new model does stand for low power, and the memory on the new model was specifically designed for use in mobile devices, whereas DDR3L memory was designed also for use in desktop and server applications. Both models I have here have 128 GB Apple SSD included. The old model, the SSD was manufactured by Toshiba, and the new model, just based on the identifier, I believe was manufactured by SanDisk. But the biggest difference is that the old model had SSD flash drives that ran on the SATA bus, while the new model includes SSDs that run on the PCIe bus, and that means that they will be faster. And I should be able to demonstrate that in some disk speed tests coming up. And one of the other main differences is better graphics on the new model, Intel HD Graphics 5000 with double the memory compared to the older model. And Apple says that it should be good for about 40% better performance. Okay, for the first side-by-side test, I'm going to do a cold boot. Both models are totally off right now, and I'm going to turn them on both at the same time. And we'll see how long they take to boot to the desktop. The new model's there in about 10 seconds, and the old model not that far behind, maybe 12 or 13 seconds. The first benchmark test is Geekbench 2, which offers a composite score measuring processor and memory performance. And you can see the new model did beat the old model with a score of 6608 versus 6251. Hopefully I have zoomed in far enough for you to read the subscores if you want to. The next test is NovaBench, which does offer a composite score based off measurements of memory, CPU, graphics, and hardware performance. On the new model, the score of 587 was actually a tiny bit lower than 590 on the old model. The subscores 130 for memory on the old model, 129 for memory on the new model, 365 for CPU, 358 for CPU, 43 for graphics, 44 for graphics, 52 for hardware, and 56 for hardware on the new model. The next test is iBench, which offers a composite score based on 21 tests of memory and processor performance. The new model got a score of 5.35, which beat the old model with a score of 5.10. The next test is Cinebench. Here's a quick disclaimer for them. Okay, on to the OpenGL portion of that test. And here are the results. The new model got a score of 22.63 frames per second on the OpenGL graphics test versus 20.50 frames per second on the old model. Now onto the CPU portion of the test. And the results are in for the CPU test. You can see the new model, even with a more power efficient processor, was able to best the old model with a score of 2.46 points versus 2.40 points. And the last test I wanted to do was a measure of drive performance using Blackmagic Disk Speed Test. I have both models ready to go. Let's see how they do. The old model, about 230 maybe megabytes per second write versus 320 megabytes per second write on the new model. Old model, about 430 megabytes per second read, 720 megabytes per second read on the new model. There is that improvement in drive speed that we were looking for. Okay, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover for this video. Again, I look forward to making a couple more videos very soon, hopefully one about battery performance and another one about the speed of the new Wi-Fi standard. So just before I let you go, I wanted to bring this up as a little bit of a teaser. I have both models fully charged right now, and of course the new model has a lot fewer charge cycles on it compared to the old model, so the battery's not quite as fresh, but I did want to just show you the estimated time remaining when I unplug both models at the same time. So here we go. And it just takes a second to calculate. Okay, strange as it may be, the new model is actually showing an estimate of 20 hours of remaining battery life versus 8 hours and 48 minutes for the old model. I think these numbers are way off, but still it should at least demonstrate that the new model does have a much improved battery. So hopefully we'll be able to do a real world test on that, and I look forward to getting that up for you guys soon. So if you guys have any questions or comments, be sure to leave me a line either in the comments or you can send me a message. If you guys appreciate this video or any of my other videos, I hope that you like, comment, and subscribe. Again, my name is Blake, and thanks for watching.